I thought I had the perfect marriage, until I discovered the devastating truth that would tear our family apart forever. What would you do if you found out your husband had been living a complete double life for the past decade? Hi, I'm Sarah, and just 6 months ago, I was living what I thought was the American dream. 2 beautiful kids, a successful career as a teacher, and Mark, my husband of 15 years who I thought I knew everything about. We met in college, built a life together, and I trusted him completely. That's what makes this story so much harder to tell. It started with small things, late-night work calls, business trips that seemed to multiply, and a growing distance between us that I couldn't quite explain. I convinced myself it was just the stress of his new promotion. But deep down, something felt wrong. Then came that ordinary Tuesday evening when I was helping our daughter with her science project. She needed some documents from Mark's home office, and that's when I found it. A stack of papers that would shatter our world. Bank statements, lease agreements, and photos that revealed Mark had been maintaining a completely separate household across town for years. My hands were shaking as I dug deeper. This wasn't just about another woman or a simple affair. Mark had created an entire parallel life, complete with different friends, different hobbies, even a different personality. The man I married, the father of my children, was essentially living as 2 different people. But here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. When I confronted Mark, expecting denial or anger, he broke down completely. It wasn't just guilt, it was relief. He had been diagnosed with a severe dissociative disorder years ago, but had hidden it from everyone, including himself. He'd created this other life as a way to cope with trauma from his childhood that he'd never dealt with. The revelation left me with an impossible choice. Do I walk away from a man who had lied to me for years? Or do I try to understand and help someone who was clearly fighting his own demons? In the end, I chose compassion, not just for Mark, but for our children and for myself. We're now in intensive family therapy, rebuilding trust one day at a time. Mark is finally getting the professional help he needs, and we're learning to communicate honestly about mental health. This experience taught me that sometimes the hardest truths can lead to unexpected healing. While our marriage will never be the same, we're working towards something new. Something built on complete honesty and understanding. What would you do in my situation? Would you try to rebuild or walk away? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you or someone you know is struggling with mental health issues, remember there's no shame in seeking help. I've put some helpful resources in the description. If this story resonated with you, please consider subscribing to my channel where I share more about mental health awareness and family healing. Together, we can break the stigma and support each other through life's toughest moments. Thank you for listening to my story. Stay strong, stay compassionate, and I'll see you in the next video.